Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Ryan and welcome to Math with RG. Thank you so much for checking out this lesson today. Remember, it's going to be you and I, and we're going to conquer this. Are you ready? Here we go! The 4 visuals for what the slope actually looks like. Okay, so the first one, positive slope. Okay, positive slope. So what does that look like? Well, we were taught when we were younger to read left to right. And in the English language, this is how we do this. So when we read left to right, I want you to put your eyes on the left side of the graph. So over here, I'm just going to put some dots to indicate this is the left side of the graph. And I want you to look left to right. And when you do that, if you see a line that does this, you are going up a hill or up a mountain, left to right. And there it is. Up the mountain. That is a positive slope. Okay, so now let's look at a negative slope. So here's our axes. And again, we're going to look left to right. So again, we put our eyes right here, and we look left to right. And if you see a line that does this, you're going down a mountain, left to right. You're going down a mountain. Okay, so this is really important when you're making graphs. So if you say to yourself, oh, well, I'm looking at the equation and the slope is positive. And then you plot all your points, or you start graphing using what you know how to do to graph, and then you look at your graph and you look left to right and it goes down a mountain, but you say to yourself, well, wait a minute, the slope's supposed to be positive, then you'll know that you made a mistake. So that's why this is super helpful, to keep your eyes left to right, read it. If they go up a mountain, it's positive. If they go down a mountain, it is negative. Okay, and here is your negative. All right, now there's 2 more. What? There's 2 more? I thought it was just positive and negative. Nope, actually there's 2 more, which is wild, right? Okay, here we go. We have, so if I go up a mountain, that's positive. If I go down a mountain, that's negative. Well, what if I just go nowhere? What if I just sit at the bottom of the mountain? Well, that is called a 0 slope. And it looks like this. Now, remember, for all of these pictures, I could put the line anywhere. So another example for positive could be here. Another example could be here. So remember, it could be anywhere. Negative could be like this. Or like this. Doesn't matter where it is, right? So if you're going up a mountain, positive. Going down a mountain, negative. 0, right? I'm going nowhere. This is horizontal, or 0. It also could be here. Okay, so, well, how do you get a 0 slope? That's weird. Well, if you're doing the slope formula, which was y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, that actual equation, once solved, will become 0. And the only way for that to happen is if the top part is 0. So if it was like 5 minus 5 over 2 minus 3, that would be 0 over negative 1, and that would be 0, because 0 divided by negative 1 is 0. So that's how you would get a 0 slope on paper when you're handwriting it. And then visually, this is what it looks like, a zero slope, horizontal. Okay, yep, there is one more, and that is undefined. Undefined. It's possible that I spelled that wrong. Bear with me here, everybody. All right. Undefined. See, we all make mistakes. It's important to remember that. We are humans and we make mistakes. So when you're taking a math exam or you're doing your homework and stuff, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay. All right, here we go. Undefined. Well, first, let's think about this logically. Once again, if you're going up a mountain, that's positive. If you're going down a mountain, looking left to right, that's negative. If you're going nowhere, that's a zero slope, right? Horizontal. So then logically, the last one, since we've covered all of our bases, diagonals and horizontal, it's got to be vertical. By the way, these lines should be straighter. You know, I just don't really have a steady hand. So, but remember, all lines are straight. Okay. Of course, it would be much better on graph paper. All right, so undefined, vertical. Doesn't really look so vertical, but I promise you it is vertical. Let's put a little thing right here, horizontal. And this one is vertical. Okay. All right, so keep that in mind. Now, how does that happen on paper? Well, again, if we're doing y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, how do you get an undefined slope? Well, you'll end up with something like this. Let's say it was 3 minus 5 over 6 minus 6. Well, that will simplify to negative 2 over 0. Remember the phrase, all fractions are division problems. Negative 2 over 0 is actually negative 2 divided by 0, which is undefined, okay? So that would be no solution or undefined. Undefined. Okay, so if you divide by 0, if you did it on your calculator, it would say error. All right, so undefined slope. It is a vertical slope. And again, you will have a 0 on the bottom of your fraction, which you can't do. So it is undefined. All right, so again, we're going up a mountain, reading left to right, that's positive. If I read left to right and I go down a mountain, that's negative. If I go nowhere, horizontal, right? I'm just going nowhere, I'm just going like this. That's a 0 slope. And undefined slope is a vertical slope. Undefined. Thank you all so much for watching this lesson today. This has been Math with RG. I'm Ryan, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.